What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to buy and sell stocks using the Fidelity app. Now, a lot of people use Robinhood, and I use Robinhood myself, but I found myself trying to find different platforms where I can create multiple accounts. And one of the reasons I wanted to use Fidelity as well is that Fidelity allows you to create multiple accounts. So if you're trying to create a retirement account, you can do that with Fidelity. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the app here. So as you can see, this is the app. I'm actually not going to be showing the amounts, but I'm going to do a portfolio review sometime in the future. That's when you guys will see how much I have invested in this account. But essentially, once you are logged in, you want to go ahead and go to the top left corner where you have the three little arrows, the menu. So once you click that, you're going to see that you have a section here where it says trade and transact. So if you click that drop down, it's going to open this up. On the top, you're going to see where it says trade. That is where you want to click. So a couple things here. So one thing I love about this app is that they are aware that there's a lot of new investors that are moving on to Fidelity. So they always have this little tutorial. So if you look on the top here, it says, "Are you new to trading? Watch this video." So if you didn't know how to trade, you can actually watch that video and it'll kind of like explain how you should be trading. So on the bottom, you're going to see cash available to trade. So that's if you transfer money from your bank account into Fidelity, that's going to be the cash you have available to trade, which means you can buy stocks using that cash. Following that, we have the symbol, which is going to be the ticker symbol. So that is where you need to type in the company that you're trying to buy. So today I'm going to be buying a company called Hims and Hers. Below that, it tells you the name of the company, which is Hims and Hers Health Inc. And you also have the last price, the bid, the ask. You don't really need to pay attention to this. The only thing you really need to pay attention to here is going to be the last price. So that is pretty much going to be the current price that you're going to be buying the stock at. All right. So obviously you're going to be buying this, so you want to click buy. So you have the option to click sell, but we're going to be buying this. And one thing I love about this, which is what Robinhood does as well, is allowing people to purchase the stock by entering the shares or by using the dollar amount. So I like using the dollar amount, which means that I can type in how much money I want to put into the stock. And depending on how much money I put into the stock, it's going to determine how many shares I get. So I'm just going to be typing in $200. When I use $200, and on the bottom here, this is the most important part. So there's the order type. So this is how do you want to buy this? First off, you're going to see market, which is going to be you want to buy it at whatever price it's at when the trade gets executed, right? And you have limit where you can actually set the limit. So you see that the price for this is $11.29. So you can say, I only want to buy it when it goes down to $11. But one thing I do want to show you is before you even use this, you want to click where it says more trade selections, right? All right, so let's go ahead and look at this from the top. So we're going to look where it says action. So now if you click on action here, you're going to see that you have more options here. So on the top is your regular buy and sell. So following that, we have an option that says sell all shares. So essentially when you use this, it's going to be if you have fractional shares, right? So if you are buying stocks using the dollar amount, sometimes you might get 2.5 shares, right? Or maybe 3.5 or 3 1/3, something like that. So whenever you're trying to sell that, Fidelity actually does not let you type in the fractional shares. You can only type a whole share, right? So if you're trying to sell all your shares and you have 13.5, you can only sell 13 if you didn't use this option. So if you select sell all shares, this is going to sell all the shares that you have. And one thing I want to explain is going to be the order type. So there's a lot of order types here that you can use. So the top one is the market order. So if you're going to do a market order, it just says that whenever your trade executes, it's going to buy it at that price. And as you know, stock prices are always moving, right? So let's say your trade takes 5 minutes to execute. Now the price probably went from $11 to $11.20, right? So it's going to execute the trade at $11.20, even though whenever you typed in the trade, it was at $11. So that's why I always recommend doing limit orders, which means that when you do a limit order, this is going to allow you to set a limit that you're willing to buy the stock at. And on top of that, you also have a stop loss. So this is going to be related to selling. So if you were selling the stock and you put a stop loss, this is going to allow you to set a price. So you can say that, let's say the price is at $11. You can say that if the stock price goes back to $8, I want to sell it. So Fidelity is going to do that for you. So following that, we also have the trailing stop loss. So this is pretty advanced in a way that essentially how it works is it works like a stop loss, but this kind of like it trails the highest price, right? So let's say you have a stock that costs $10, right? And you want to set a trailing stop loss, which says that if this company goes down by $5, I want to sell it, right? So that means you have a $5 trailing stop loss. So if the price goes down to $5 or below $5, it's gonna sell, right? But what happens if the price actually goes up? Let's say the price goes from $10 to $15. Now, because you have that $5 trailing stop loss, it's going to follow the price and keep that $5 difference. So now your new stop loss is going to be at $10 if the price is at $15. So now let's say the price goes up to $20. Your new stop loss is going to be at $15. Let's say the stock goes down to $12. Now, your trailing stop loss is going to execute and sell the stock at $15, right? So it's kind of like you get. So it's a pretty cool option that you can use on here. So you can do this in dollar amounts or in percentages. So if you love working with percentages, instead of saying $5, you can say maybe, 50% of whatever price is it, or 20% or 3%. And you also have a trailing stop limit, which works the same way, but on the buy side. So these are some of the options that you're probably never going to use, but it's good to know what they do. The next section is called time in force. So the time in force is essentially how long your order is open. So if you click on time in force, you can see that this is how long an order is going to stay open. The day means it's going to cancel at market close if not filled. So if you're not able to buy the stock by the time the market closes, it's going to cancel the order. And you also have one that says good until canceled, which essentially means it's going to cancel after 180 days if it's not filled, which is kind of like rare because most of the time you don't want to wait that long for a trade to execute. You also have one that says fill or kill. Let's say you want to buy 100 shares, right? So that means it has to buy all the 100 shares. And if not, it's going to cancel the order. Now you have immediate or cancel. So this fills as many shares as possible. And you also have on the open, which means it fills only at the opening price, accepted between 4:15 p.m. and 9:28 p.m. ET. So essentially, this means that it's going to be using the opening price of the stock. And you also have on the close, which does the opposite. All right. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and purchase our stock here. All right. So I'm going to be buying and I'm going to be buying using dollars, which is $200. And I'm going to be buying using the market order because I don't really feel like waiting. And this trade is probably not going to execute since this is after hours. So it's probably going to get executed in the morning when the market opens. So as you can see, I have an error here. So it says that if you're going to be buying stocks after hours, you actually have to use shares. You can use the dollars. So you can only use dollars when the market is open. So when I go back here, when I switch to shares, so essentially we could get about 17 shares using this amount. So let's go ahead and get 15 here. I'm going to go ahead and click preview order. So give it a second. So there you go. So now it gives you this section here. This kind of like sums up what you're buying. So I'm going to go ahead and go to where it says place order. All right. So there you go. As you can see, the order has been placed, and you can also look at the order status here. So if you click on view order status like that, and it's going to be under the orders here. So if you click on the order itself, you're going to see that you can actually attempt to cancel if it hasn't been executed already, or if it's not in the process of executing. So now let's say you wanted to sell a stock, right? So we kind of like went over this briefly, but if you go to sell, and let's say you want to sell the shares, you can put in the amount here. All right, so you can see that you also have the same options here, right? The action. So the selling option is going to be the sell all shares, sell specific shares. And you can go to quantity here. You can enter the amount that you want to sell. And you also have the market orders, like I say. So the ones related to selling are going to be the limit order. And you also have the trailing stop limit you can use to purchase a stock. So this is going to set a trigger price, which follows the security price as the price moves in your favor. So when selling, it triggers the limit order once the stock trades at or below your trigger price. All right, so that is how you essentially buy and sell stocks on Fidelity on the app. When I first started doing this, I was actually really confused. So that is pretty much it. Let me know if you guys use Fidelity, if you use Robinhood, if you want to see my portfolio. That video is going to be coming out pretty soon. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.